Why was there this situation there?
Well, someone
Because we
witnessed.
unit owners witnessed it.
And the same behavioral issues one can say about you, Sean.
Really?
You
I've
need
never
to go
attacked
to
anybody.
anger
I've never
management.
attacked anybody.
Okay, you need.
You hit me.
Oh,
You-
please.
All
I
right,
don't know what you're talking
we're,
about.
we're bringing it back. I'm not letting you derail
I'll
this
do a video
association.
question.
I'm answering your question. I'm answering your question. So, the answer to your question is not uncommon, it's unfortunate. It's, I can tell you, go ahead and look up Thornton, Styles Construction. Go Google lawsuits. You work with Styles. It's not uncommon because unfortunately, they work with third-party individuals and someone does something and they own up to it. So far, they've owned up
But
to
there's
it.
been a lot of roofs that had to be redone because they didn't pass inspection, and.
They passed inspection, okay?
But then why were they still leaking after it rained?
Because the one roof was her roof, and the nail to that roof caused
Well,
a
there was
slight.
another one.
You're not letting her talk, man. Come on, be
Okay, go.
respectful.
Okay, go.
There was a stud, the nail stud got stuck and it drained all throughout my apartment. So yes, the guys had to come out and patch it, or whatever it is called. But come on. And the other thing
You
also
were the
is,
only one though.
no, I am not.
That's what
No.
I'm saying. Okay.
The
Let her
thing-
finish, please. Show her respect and let her finish.
Well, I thought she was.
No.
Okay,
No.
well,
Go ahead.
go ahead.
The other thing also is, when you have all these people here, and we're taking all the time just specifically for your unit and everything else, this is a whole board meeting, it's not strictly the
We
shoulder
understand
show.
that.
And the other thing for Patty is that paperwork with the pictures and stuff, is that the paperwork that we had to send to the insurance company?
No. You were talking about the updated property insurance.
Okay, because they said to me, they called me back and they said that the fax never went through.
Okay. I have the fax, I have the fax transmission where you can send them, we'll refax it, I'll refax it for you.
All right, cool.
I have a comment. One moment, are you finished? I'm
Yeah.
sorry. All right, go ahead.
When there's such a big project, is there not room for errors?
Yeah.
There's also transparency.
That's life.
too.
Okay,
Tell
that's
people
just
that.
any project you have. Things are going to happen.
Yeah, but you
How
tell
they
people.
are, can I finish? How they are handled, how quickly they are handled, and the outcome is what's important.
That's it.
I had a builder call me, it was raining for days, they had an issue. It was being addressed, it was being taken care of. They can't repair the roof leaks during rain.
Right.
Okay.
Errors happen. I mean, I can't imagine these projects are happening without problems. They're
Okay.
busting pipes, they're busting lines, things like this are part of the scope of the work. Am I right or wrong?
I want to talk to
Let
her.
me clarify that. A lot of errors can happen,
Yes.
but sloppy work, that's terrible.
Yes,
And
but
we are
how
paying
they,
a lot of money
I
to
agree.
have sloppy work done.
I agree, but
Okay.
thankfully
And
there
that's
are
the
unit
errors.
owners, and we're all paying attention,
Right.
which we should be. They are not perfect, neither are we, but I think the way it's being addressed and handled has to be said. It has to be said.
Here.
All right.
Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
this is just a comment, but I mean,
Okay,
things should
guys,
happen
we're-
all the time.
I love the passion. If there's anybody that knows what's going on in phase 4 is me.
Right.
Okay?
Exactly.
And
So I make it,
Right.
and this is one of the items I want to discuss, okay? Is and we can, since we're on the subject, let's jump a few points. I put on here, discussion of board member participation in help with individual phase project. Since day one with phase 4, I live in phase 4, and I'm a board member. So I took it upon myself to be the liaison for unit owners. I did it with pride and I do it with pleasure. Why? Because I care. Now, when there are issues like you mentioned, emails are sent and so forth, and I'll do walkthroughs. I expect, because once phase 4 is done, we have 9 members. We have 3 that live in phase 3, 2 that live in phase 2, and 1 that lives in phase 1. What I'm doing for phase 4, I would hope that equally, that everybody owns and be your liaison for your unit, your neighbors in your, I am not going to be as detailed for every phase. You have no idea the amount of time, my personal time on Saturdays, evenings after work, walking, checking the rock, emailing because the project manager's not here every day, making sure it's documented, speaking to unit owners, doing my own punch-through, walkthrough, okay? I'm not doing that for the rest of the phases. I expect the board, we have 9 members, that you take ownership of your phase and participate and be that sounding board for the unit owners. Like Marjorie said, construction is not fun. There's problems. It's about troubleshooting, working with the project manager, making them aware what's going on, and getting the engineer involved when we feel some pushback. That all takes time. And I'm not going to do it for the other phases. I want to be clear.
I got you.
Okay. So, all right. So that's the thing there. So
I have a response to that.
go ahead.
And then there's Florida law that says all board matters are supposed to be handled by the board at a table, not handled independently on the side by anybody else in the community, because we're responsible to the unit owners here. And they're supposed to get a clear, transparent picture of what's going on here.
Correct.
And all these issues, I know this construction's been going on for 3-4 months now, and nobody's brought it to the board about all these issues of mom's property. I mean, it came up in conversation, but we don't know the exact numbers, what we're dealing with. We have no way to
That's
evaluate.
why
as for
project
construction.
updates, and that's why they're here.
And
why
that's
you
what-
can answer now and I also told you, Thursday's a construction